What's going on, guys? It's me, Zachary Steele, bringing you guys another fantasy football video. In this one, I'm going to go over sort of a new trend in drafting. It's sort of been dubbed the Hero RB draft. I'll get into why it's called that later. Um, and when I think you should apply this. So here, right here, in this next slide right here, this is a team that I drafted in a mock draft in which I had the first overall pick. And I think that's pretty much the scenario in which you want to employ this strategy. You don't need the number one overall pick, but I do think you need a top three pick. Um, what you really want to do there is you want to get the best running back available. And then from there, I think what's important is then just stacking up on receivers and positions of advantage. So what I mean by players of advantage right there is players that week in and week out are going to outperform the other players at their position. So as you can see right here, I ended up taking Josh Allen in round 5 on this draft. And that's because I believe having a Dalvin Cook and Josh Allen is going to really give me a leg up, and it's going to let me be weaker at running back. So after taking Dalvin Cook, I went and got Terry McLaurin and Keenan Allen. Those are two receivers that I'm super high on this season. I then followed that up by getting Chase Claypool later on, and I added Tyler Boyd, Cole Beasley, Devontae Parker, and Russell Gage. So really the idea here is you get one running back that's going to be your staple at the running back position, and then you're giving yourself the rest of the season to figure out that second running back slot. Obviously, you don't want to just draft one running back during your draft. So I did draft Chase Edmonds, then I got David Johnson as well here. But clearly, what I've done here leaves me weak at the running back position. I think that's obvious, but I think having Dalvin Cook or a Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara as that anchor, it gives you that wiggle room to sort of get by during the season as you look for that second running back. And I think that's why I did take Chase Edmonds there, is I do think he'll be serviceable early on. He's got that upside, but also if he doesn't pan out, I can at least keep playing him until I do find a second running back, whether that's via a trade or on free agency, which is obviously hard to do during the season. But I think an advantage of this strategy is when you have a high pick like this, when you get around to that second and third picks, you're looking at running backs like Chris Carson and David Montgomery, and those aren't guys that really move the needle for you. As to where I think taking two receivers there, like adding McLaurin and Keenan Allen, those are players that are really going to give you an advantage week in and week out. Then you get into that fourth and fifth pick. Well, now you've got your receivers set up with those two you took in the second and third round. That's where you can start looking at a running back. I'm a big fan of Chase Edmonds. That's why I took him here, but I don't think you have to. I think you really can just go get, like, say, Darren Waller or Kittle falls to you in your fourth round pick there. Then it makes a lot of sense for me there to take a top tier quarterback and a top tier tight end, because then you're giving yourself the opportunity to have a top 5 tight end, a top 3 tight end, a top 2 quarterback, the top 3 running back, and 2 really solid receivers. And as long as you can find guys that fill those holes, you're really going to have a dominant season. I employed this in the league I won last year. It was an auction draft. But what I did is I went and took Derrick Henry early. He was one by far the largest portion of my budget. And then after that, I just went about getting all the good receivers I could, and then hoping I could find running back. I happened to get really lucky in that league, and I got James Robinson. So that's why that worked out, as James Robinson was a top 5 running back in fantasy last year, and I got him for free. But you don't need to have that level of success. What you need to do is you just need to get that one staple and then find a guy that you can start. So a lot of people got like guys like Leonard Fournette who could pitch in, or they were playing guys, just standard waiver guys. You get a Myles Gaskin or Giovanni Bernard. Those are guys that really got utilized down the stretch last season. And I had Gaskin on my roster at the end of last season in that league. And I think that as last season showed, and really there is enough opportunity to go get running backs you can play week to week, given injuries and bye weeks and all that. If you just need to find one, but if you go with the zero RB strategy, which is kind of pretty popular these days, you do leave yourself a lot more vulnerable to just having a really weak running back position. As to where doing this strategy, it gives you the opportunity to know that even if you do sort of have a bust, that second running back, having that top 3 running back as your first one, you can almost make up for it. And then you stack yourself at every other position. So even if you don't manage that second running back slot, you're still dominant everywhere else, and you can maybe overcome it. But then if you do manage to fill that second running back slot with something really quality, that's when you win the league. So yeah, it's just a quick video. There's my mock draft. I think maybe doing these quicker ones is better for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Do you like this strategy? If any of you guys employed that before, do you guys have any other draft strategies you like to use? If you got a top 3 pick, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Click the little bell right there just so you guys get notifications when I post these videos. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this. It really makes makes me really happy, when you guys take the time out of your day to watch my stuff. Thank you guys so much and have a great one. I'll catch you guys in the next one.